In we go. Should be Firebase first, right? Yes. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 10. Obviously, we started up in Group A, where we'll cast all of the games, but I thought just for a little quick break, we're going to hop into Group C here and watch a game which I have been told is quite funny. So I'm excited for this. Obviously, you know I like that. This is going to be between Moose and Phoenixyo. Moose, obviously, a very experienced player here. Phoenixyo, he's just him. He does things that should never work, and he gets away with it. So, obviously, I'm interested to see how these two things pair up here. Moose has the faction pick first, and he takes Soban, no surprise there. But Phoenixyo get a match with Coalition. And he's played Coalition mostly, I think, because he really likes the turrets. And Moose is going to pick Firebase Krill for game 1 here. And we'll see what happens. Looks like this is probably SC first for Moose. He's going to exceed my timing just a little bit here, I think. Oh no. Okay, that was actually about the same as I got in that one game against Cookies. As for Phoenixyo, though, I'm not entirely sure. He might just be a little bit less experienced getting his SC out later. But perhaps he is going for something else. He did retire that base runner. Oh, yeah, he tried the base runner, but he's going for a AV rush at 29. I feel like this is a little bit late. But we'll see what happens. We shall see indeed. A little bit tough sometimes to AV rush Soban because they have the Sunder on their railguns, obviously, from the carrier. So, even just with LEVs, they can do some serious damage to, even just with LEVs, they can do some serious damage to the AEVs that are going to be thrown at them. Excuse me. Good question, dude. If we had a bit more functionality in Joke Patch, that I would totally do that. That'd be funny. I'm still working on getting like the heal beams to do damage and the point defense to do healing. I just love that idea of like shooting your teammates to heal them. But I haven't quite been able to get that working yet. Still no contacts here, but we do have this LEV being scouted. Looks like he wants to get the probe now. And that probe pathing a little bit poorly here, but he's going to get away with it because LEVs need line of sight to fire. It's a little bit silly, but it's just another limitation of the DOK engine. Or at least the modding. Like, we can't add a different weapon for its like ground to air, so... Yeah, so it needs line of sight to shoot at it there. But AV Fab is coming out from Moose here, and like... Moose is actually the aggressor on the field right now. Look, this AV is coming out now. He's just gonna have more AVs when these things finally get to Phoenixyo's opponent's base. So I feel like this has kind of fallen flat here. Just too late and not really aggressive enough with these AVs. And by this point, I feel like Moose is just gonna sit here and kind of passively win, which is a little bit rough to see. There's a VFab ready, and Moose is going to hesitate not at all to build those. He does get that started right away, but he does actually also queue up a support cruiser here, which is a bit interesting to see. The one more thing that he's probably going to want to have is Armor 1 on these heavy vehicles, which obviously Phoenixyo does have. But I think he's going to be totally fine. Especially if this base runner can get back home in time to defend. But I am a little bit nervous about him building an SC here. Because again, if there's one world where maybe Phoenixyo can do this, this is probably how it's going to be. The other thing he's got to remember is that, like, if he does come into trouble here at all, he can just, like, he sees with this probe, look, my opponent is not yet on 2 base. He can just bring that carrier back, right? And that should almost guarantee him the defend here. I do like this idea of going around his opponent as well. And Phoenixyo considering chasing it for a moment, but he doesn't quite, so that's probably good. Phoenixyo, again, he really needs to get something done here. He's falling quite far behind now. And Moose is going to sit up on this hill here. He does have the ALM powered as well, so I can't really see this working out for Phoenixyo. Especially with that targeting jammer, and it does land in a pretty nice position. This is definitely a scenario where Moose wants to get the run down. He does get one kill for free. Yeah, well, I think that's actually a totally fine choice. Because, again, the only world in which Moose ends up behind after this is if he gets a little bit too greedy and takes losses. So, bringing this guy forward, not bad at all. And, in fact, he can continue to do it, which I guess is his idea right now. Because he also probably has the more potent attack on his opponent's eco. These guys up on the high ground, though, that is going to be nice. And Moose just going to build a couple salvagers to fill out that third base. Looks like that SC probably will go back at some point. Ooh. This guy going to be counting his lucky stars there. He does live for now. But at this point, it's actually Moose who wants to be aggressive on the field now. He's definitely got the better units. And there's really no answer to this so far for Phoenixyo. He does finally have that SD out, so I guess he can get up onto 2 base, but Moose will be on 3 before too long. In fact, he should really be building it already, I think, but, well, he won't be too late. Yeah, dude. And you know I love Someone BCs just for that sound effect, man, but obviously these days in patch, pretty darn good unit as well. Not quite like in the days when Orbnet was, building BCs to answer a rail rush. I still can't believe that worked, but but they are still pretty darn tasty. And again, these AAVs, they have full reign of the field right now. Armor 2 actually done for Phoenixyo first, but Moose is about to finish it, and he does have a pretty clear numbers advantage as well. Oh dude, it's Maze. I haven't seen you in a while. And this targeting jammer here is also ready to drop. It looks like no such thing can be done for now. Obviously, these AVs not really going to do much damage to that carrier. Although, getting the first veterancy upgrade actually doubles its DPS. But, that's not to say much. 2 times 0 is still 0, right? BCs are ready to go now, so he starts building them. I would actually build one more SC and just move this carrier out to the front line. Because obviously, BC's pretty slow unit. If you can move the production line closer, that's obviously going to be pretty impactful. But with this base spreader here, I think that there's really a possibility that Moose can just drive in and actually kill these railguns. Looks like for now he's just going to drive in and kill off the AVs of his opponent, which he can do as well. But he needs a smoke here probably to get away. Ooh, it's getting close now. These salvagers are actually chasing to keep line of sight. I've never seen that before. Gotta say, that's probably not a good trade, but he does actually manage to kill off an AV like that. That's hilarious. And yeah, we do have another SC coming out for Moose. Probably could get that production upgrade too. It seems like he's got that much money. BCs are expensive units, obviously, but their build time is so long. You can usually get that triple production upgrade with them. So yeah, Phoenixyo gonna be scrambling a little bit here. He'll be looking for some kind of win condition. I mean, this is like how he plays, is you get him behind, he's obviously losing, and then he'll do something and win anyway, right? But I don't know what it can be. I mean, obviously it's not AVs this game, that's for sure. He is taking fighter and gunships. I mean, maybe there's a chance of like an air snipe here or something like that. This is game 1. What you talking about, fool? But anyway. Is it not? Uh-oh. It says it's game 1. I just assumed. Power 2 taking it for Moose. He's a little stuck on these rocks here. Maybe this could be Phoenixyo's win condition. Is he fails to get this carrier unlocked. The key, of course, is move it back here, then move it here, then move it up. But it's a little difficult sometimes. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, who knows how long he'll be stuck there. It could be some time. I don't know why this happens either. It's like the carrier believes that it can get through, but it can't really. But see, Moose really believes it can get through as well, despite having sat this long. Oh, something's going on over here, though. Looks like the BC taking its first shots. I kind of missed it, but killed something or other. Oh, it's a probe and an LAV. I think the story is clear. Here's the air from Phoenixyo, though. It's not too much of it, though. It's only 2 gunships. And again, I mean, what's a gunship going to do against a BC, right? This seems like probably a mistake. I think once Moose realizes what's going on, SCAA is just kind of an obvious choice. Maybe he'll get Missile Battery Fab as well. He might even just go for Fighter and Gunship, too. Hey, look at that. He finally got that carrier unlocked as well. That's nice. Oh, no. Look how much ammo they're going to waste on this targeting jammer. Okay, the gunships finally get up into the base, though. Moose is going to go for the split. But it's probably only going to be 2 kills at this point. I think that they're going to run out of ammo because they fired so much of that targeting jammer. And I always say, like, if this is the idea, I feel like, honestly, Strike Fighter's just going to do that same job, but better. I don't really know why you wouldn't just build that. Whoa, what's this BC doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is a huge mistake. Maybe. Actually, maybe this is totally fine. Does he have an Hagix, though? He doesn't. Okay, so maybe he actually wins that. I mean, he got 1 kill for free anyway. I was thinking these guys were going to do a lot more damage than that, but... Turret is set in place as well here, but there's 2 BCs up in the front line now. He does bring the rest of the army as well, so this time... Not going to have any trouble frontlining, you would assume. Does finish off that turret post finally. He's going to want to smoke these AVs, though, I think. I'm getting the hiccups again. Ooh. This guy's getting real low. I sneezed. I snows. Uh-oh. Yeah, the BC does fall there to the railguns. You know, actually, Moose, I didn't realize that's probably true, because obviously, like, normal Coalition BCs have their ordinary target priorities, but that's what I was about to say. The thing is, it may be so that, like, they share target priority with the Coalition BC, and I guess that's maybe the thing. Welcome, by the way, A-Game. Always nice to see you around. Carrier from Moose now, just gonna kind of flomp in here. He actually didn't get any anti-air at all, except... Oh no, he's got the missile batteries. I take it all back. But this is just kind of an overwhelming display of force there. I mean, what the heck is Phoenixyo gonna do? And again, I really don't understand gunships against BCs. It seems like a bad trade to me. It'd be a bit nice, I think, if Moose would power up the range a little. Yeah, and there he goes. And I mean, I think we can all see how this is going to end, but not only that, he's actually managed to get up to 4 artifacts too, so... Bravo for getting all this, getting all these artifacts out here. And Phoenixyo's carrier will fall, to what? I'm not entirely sure. Probably this LAV, it seems like the thing to happen. But at any rate, Moose can be happy taking game 1 here. Just kind of felt like he was never behind. I mean, just from the moment that Phoenixyo locked in that AV tech, it seemed like he was hopeless because he was so late on it. And sure enough, you know... Oh, was it a surrender? Ah. But sure enough, you know, these AVs, like, when they finally did take the engage, they were like 4-3, and he's got high ground with an ALM and a support cruiser. There's no way this is going to work out. Just kind of felt like Moose was ahead the whole time. You love to see it if you're a fan of, watching, Phoenixyo lose. Which, you know, I'm not holding any punches, I clearly am. Moving into game 2, though. I don't mean to be like a hater. It's just when he does like really dumb strategies and wins with them, it kind of triggers me. So, but game 2, Phoenixyo is gonna pick Coalition. Moose gonna pick Savant again, and Phoenixyo this time gonna pick the Shallows. And he definitely does this, yeah, for this very reason. It's no secret that Moose hates this map more than anything else. So, he very clearly wants to not play on this map whenever possible. But, of course, Phoenixyo can force this to happen because in the group stage there is no map ban, so... This is why, for example, I play Gaussian normally in the group stage, right? But when my opponent has the pick and he's taking Con F or something, I won't pick Gaussian because I know he's going to grab Kalash Teeth, right? And it's going to be bad for me, so... Kind of similar thinking there, but... Moose not going to change anything up though, he's still just playing Salon here. As for Phoenixyo, he's going to keep the base burner this time. And this is actually looking like a LAV rush type of opener. Or LAV spam, I should say, not really rush. Obviously, he does have... Well, actually, now he's got 2 guys on our use. That's a little bit non-standard, but he gets 2 guys long-distance mining before he fills out his main base either way. That's kind of how you do this LAV opener. And he should be clicking on the tech anytime now, but we'll see. Actually, this one takes longer. I wonder if it's better to start that first. But I can say one thing for certain. It's better to start something first. Actually, he's going to go 8 up, I suppose, with another SC here. Bit of a curious build, but... Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen that before. As for Moose, though, it is just SC first. He gets this out at pretty good timing. He's going to start bringing salvagers onto that second base. No probe, though. So, he's not going to scout what his opponent is doing here. LAV Fab is done, though, and he's going to start building them immediately. But I really think it's probably a mistake to not send a probe out here. Just try and get some inkling of what your opponent is doing. Because, like, first off, this is the problem with 8-up. I mean, as you can see, these guys have dropped once, but they're going to have a long travel time to get to the second base on this map. I feel like, oh dear. Well, Moose's carrier is kind of flomping a little bit, but you can clearly see how there's a way for him to be just faster on eco like this. And this leaves him a bit less defended as well, but, And Phoenixyo building a second SC already. He does have that carry protection upgrade done, but it looks like he's not going to get LEV Fab at all, so... Given that this is Phoenixyo we're watching, I guess we kind of know what's going to happen. Well, there's nothing we can do about that, Moose. I mean, at that point, you're going to be banning most of the maps in the game, right? Yeah, it's going to be Mass SC, but he drops this turret for some defense here. Probe for Moose finally going to come out and see. Okay, there's the SC. Doesn't catch wind of the second one here, but I think he did see that turret as well. So it's going to be fighter and gunship coming out from Moose. This is actually not a bad idea. The only problem is he may run into trouble if there's enough SCs out by that time. And seeing a second one, you may say, wow, my opponent's really going greed. I should cancel this, go for AVs, and try and, you know, kill him while he's weak here. That's kind of what I would do, but this can work too. And he does have that production upgrade timed pretty nicely. I like that. Probe is going to see, okay, there's no tech at all here, so... He may have an idea what's going on now. The only problem is, Phoenixyo does want to extract with these base runners here, so if he can build a couple more LAVs and stop it, which is exactly what he's doing, that'll be quite nice. Bombers, okay. Well, that does make some sense, because if he's got SCAA, he needs to have like 10 of them before he can kill a bomber without taking any losses, so... I do get the idea there. I can see that quite clearly. Base runner inventory tech? Yes, it is. So he's going to be able to drop a turret immediately with this guy. It looks like that's what he's going to do over on this high ground, but this base runner here doesn't have a turret. Well, he will have a turret ready. I mean, this guy might actually survive. This will be interesting to see. Yeah, if he gets that extract out, this would actually be pretty big for Phoenixyo. Especially, like, if that turret can live. But it looks like Moose is going to challenge it, so he gets up onto that high ground. Yeah, and he gets it only losing 1 LAV, so that's pretty nice for him. And this base runner probably will not survive, so that's very nicely done by Moose. And yeah, as you can see, very, very fast tac bombers speeding tech tier. And this base runner should not extract. Yep, down it goes. Eliminated. But it looks like fighter and gunship actually coming out for Phoenixyo as well. Probe wants to kind of check out what's going on over on this carrier, but it can't quite see it. It's warded off by these LAVs. That high ground turret there, probably going to slap this LAV. Actually, it looks like he does survive, but just barely. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is like, you know, he could drop a targeting jammer up on top of this, turret here. Only problem is he's only got like 2 LAVs, so he probably won't be able to get anything done here, but... I do love the idea. Here come the strike fighters then, launching for the first time. Ooh. We do have, as you can see, quite a couple of LAVs out here for Phoenixyo. And he's going to try and shadow these strike fighters here, but he still has the attack command on the base runner, so not actually contributing any DPS here. We are going to have definitely a lot of lost LA salvagers. A lot of lost salvagers here, that's clear. Another SC comes out for Moose, so he's going to be up on 3 base. And one SC goes down too. He only loses 1 strike fighter for this. That's pretty money. That's a pretty money launch. I think actually it was the LEV damage that ended up killing one of the strike fighters, but I think Moose is going to be totally fine with that. And by the way, he does have bomber fab now, so I'd love to see him build them. The only problem is he will probably lose this base runner here. And you know, a little bit of foresight. This guy probably could have run away, but yeah, he's going to build some LEVs instead, try and cover his base here. Literally cover his bases, eh? We do have the gunships out for Phoenixyo, though, but again, like, what do you really expect this to do? Because the strike fighters are going to launch, and these gunships are going to be useless. I just really can't understand Phoenixyo's, you know, thought process behind building these. Yeah, once he sees them, certainly Moose will launch. And again, he wastes so much ammo on these, you know, this logistics module in this case. He splits the salvagers, gets a launch out. He will still lose 2, it looks like, but he should probably kill both of these gunships. Oh dear, he actually loses 3. That's a little bit unexpected. Maybe 4. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh no, why did he dock? Oh no. Oh, Moose docked his strike fighters there. I have no idea why he did that. And these gunships are gonna get away with this. Oh no, that's terrible. Sport Cruiser Anti-Air is teching for Phoenixyo now, so that's all obviously also going to be the play here. Okay, he does have bombers coming out though. But at this point, I think that Moose probably ought to invest in some SCAA as well. Not gonna NGL. He's gonna see the AA turret on this base as well, so... Uh-oh, I really don't like taking this fight at all. This is a bad idea. Yeah, he's gonna back away now, but he'll still lose 1. Yeah, that's it, alright. Bombers are done, though, and they're launching, actually, so he wants to get something done, clearly. He can probably bomb out this SC, so if that's his idea... Like, this anti-air turret post is not gonna stop him, right? And in fact, as the bombers can kind of tank the turret post, he could even kill it now with the strike fighters, but looks like for now he's actually going to come up here onto the second base. Oh, this is going in a little deep. I don't know about this. SCAA is going to be done, by the way, so... On the turret post, I don't know. Well, he does get it, to be fair. He's going to go for another one. But this is not really what these bombers are for. I mean, they're really here to kill these SCs, right? I don't know about this. It seems like a bit of a misplay. He's building gunships too. Again, I don't think he really needs it. I mean, yeah, a bit more survivability against these SCs, but... Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, obviously, even gunships I don't think are going to survive well when you got this many SCs out. He needs some kind of a ground force, and railguns are also probably not the answer. They'll slap down that turret as well, though. But now here are the gunships for Phoenixyo. And see, he's used the strike fighters, so Phoenixyo knows these things are going to be down for a little bit. He can just kind of do whatever he likes here. Still no other investment into AA, so I think that these are going to get salvager kills once again. I hope this time Moose doesn't dock them, of course, but the thing is, the anti-air net for Phoenixyo is going to be encroaching pretty quickly as he drives these SCs down across the board. And again, I gotta say, it kind of feels like Moose sort of going out of his way to make sure that this strategy can work, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of the only way that Phoenixyo can pull this off, I think. He will kill one of the gunships this time, though, but yeah, here's the SCAA, and as you can see, it's gonna absolutely slap. So these strike fighters, they really don't want to chase over here. Oh, no. Okay, he only manages to get 1 kill, this Phoenixyo, so that's kind of nice. Oh my gosh. That bomber, like, totally missed. This guy with the dot command at a very bad time here could very well be killed off. Bombers failed to really get any kills here. Again, he's waited a little bit too long to start trying to thin out the numbers, but these LAVs are here, so he's going to get the kill on that one at least. Again, though, he's flying under the anti-air. He loses the bomber kind of for nothing. There's a little bit of an odd targeting jammer as well, but I think just deployed a little bit too late there. But yeah, you know, I like the rails, but he needs carrier power too, I think. And I think he really ought to just go for SCAA as well. This is tough though. I mean, he needs definitely more anti-air, that much is clear, but how he's going to get it, it's not certain. Looks like it'll be AV Fab that he goes for here. But again, Power 3 I think would be a really good choice. SCAA would be a good choice. He's got the money. He should do something, right? At some point, we will reach like a critical mass where these things just kill bombers, basically. And I know that sounds stupid, but like, you know, the thing is, Moose's idea to go for fast bombers was really good, but he didn't kill any SCs with, and that's what he's got to do. At some point, Phoenixyo will have so many that like one bomb is not going to kill them. Well, it's going to heal up, it'll kill bombers, right? And, you know, you end up with actually a pretty good trade there, so... Gunship going to be seen here now by Moose, so he should really send the strike fighters over onto this side. He's taking his time on it though. And the gunship now going to start hitting the whatchamacallits. The salvagers there. One railgun here kind of left out to dry, but again, the strike fighter is not really answering this threat at all, so this is going to be some free kills, but that is a money targeting gem right there, and the bomber. All of that splash damage lands on the targets. That's really, really nice for Moose here. And this is looking a little bit derpy for Phoenixyo. His gunship does end up dying though, this Moose's gunship. Another good bomber hit. But okay, here's the thing, he really wants to chase, but these AVs are kind of on his side here, so he's sort of got to do something. But the railguns are not responding to this. I mean, you need the railguns here, you don't need the LAVs. Ooh. This is starting to look a little bit awkward here. Missile Battery Fab finally getting teched here, I guess, because Moose realizes he is just losing a lot of eco to these gunships, but too late, right? And now Phoenixyo is ready to do some damage with AAVs as well. And these LAVs just like feeding in here too. Well, you can tell he's getting flustered. Pretty good smoke screen, but if he just drives these railguns in, it's not like one AV is going to kill 5 rails, so he'll be okay for now. But he's got to deal with that gunship. And Phoenixyo, as you can see, has tech rails as well, so he's going to build those too. Still, though, you know, you give a big edge here to Moose, but Phoenixyo does have armor, so he's got that going for him. Still, though, this is a lot of railguns here. And I think that Moose probably has a window that he can push out pretty effectively right now, so that's what he's going to try and do. Power 3 on the way as well, so he is finally getting that tech. And here comes that gunship from Phoenixyo. The thing is, though, he hasn't actually built any, missile batteries, so... But 2 anti-air turret posts getting set up here, that's actually going to be very nice. Bomber comes in and gets kind of a glancing blow onto these AVs. He does get the dock off. And sure enough, those gunships, or that gunship is hitting these railguns here, but 2 anti-air turret posts means he's got to make himself scarce. I think he's already dead. Yeah, down he goes. That's weird, he's stopped in place. Don't know exactly why that happened. There's another extract, and that's going to bring the scoreline pretty much to 3-0. There's no way that Phoenixyo is going to stop that one. Here comes the march of the SCs, but again, railguns are pretty good combat units against support cruisers. You know, they can outrange them, outdamage them. This is definitely going to be pretty good for Moose. And I think, again, he wants to keep pushing with this carrier because his carrier is a very, very strong frontline unit at the moment. And honestly, what he ought to do then is just build SCs as well. Because that's the other thing about this SC rush strategy is like, you can just do it too. I mean, there's nothing stopping you, but Well, I mean, I don't know why you say that. It's got about as much health as the Coalition one would. See, right now it's even got a little bit more, and with just enough armor in it. You know, you're not going to die to SCs, right? So, I think it's fine. It provides a lot of vision, too. That's the other thing that it does. But I mean, I would say early game, you're definitely right, but, you know, late game. However, I do appreciate putting power in the range as well, though, because obviously this is going to be pretty powerful, too. Aha! See? Phoenixyo admits it's not even true. Railgun's kind of behind this hill here is a little bit awkward, so they're going to reposition just a tad. And they're targeting jammer just kind of thrown out here. It's not bad. It's in a pretty okay position. Well, Phoenix, on that we can finally agree. Another artifact, by the way, gonna extract from Moose now. Oh my gosh, you're right. He's just got like no mining bases left. This is why there's a lot of talk about flipping the extraction zones. I ended up not ever doing it, but Chgek Discord. What, the LAVs? I don't understand. That's hardly unique. Although to be fair, this is gonna probably do some big damage here. Would be nice if Moose still had these gunships up, but he has lost them, so. Micro emitter getting tech now, but of course these LAVs are pushing in. There's only 4 railguns left, right? So I think that, like, what he's got to do is conglomerate, just bring these guys all together, put the power up into the weapons, kill off these railguns, and there's not going to be any threats because these SCs are not going to kill him. So, at any rate, though, microwave emitter is done, so I mean he can deploy that on the railguns if he needs to. Do it. He really needs to eliminate that damage. That's like his only threat right now, is that these railguns are going to kill him. And then, you know, what he ought to do is just drive his carrier right up here. Because these LAVs, again, they're not going to do anything. And this Saban carrier is really powered right now. Oh, well, maybe if you turn all your armor off. Oh, no. Not like this. Power 5 teching for boost now. Ooh. Again, he still has that microwave emitter. He could drop it on this railgun. Ooh. Yeah, but you don't need, like, power 5, right? That is, you know, it is actually a diminishing return. If you think it's giving 15% every time, it's exactly a linear return. Whatever. But you get the point. Okay, here we go. He does put that power into the armor then. And again, he's got that microwave emitter, so he could try and kill that railgun. Ooh, I don't know. It looks like this is kind of falling apart here. Oh yeah, there's more railguns out now? I don't know. Just so much damage taken by this railgun, I feel like Moose is just gonna die to it. He should microwave himself. Oh no. The tech switch into LAV just has totally undone him here. He's got nothing to deal with it. Again, that microwave emitter is still available, but he's not used it at all here. I mean, amazingly, he's kind of still alive right now, but he needs to microwave these railguns. I don't know why he's taking so long to do this. And honestly, these LAVs might get the kill, but yeah, no, it looks like it is going to be this railgun. Oh, and from such an easily won position, he ends up losing the game. Oh, no. Just the switch into LAV. Crippling. Just so much respect that he gives to these SCs. These things do not do damage, man. Like, if they're not in range, they actually do 0 damage. You know, you could easily just push them out with these railguns, but... Ay, ay, ay. I mean, that carrier is going to take 0 damage from these things, and if his railguns fight your carrier, well, you've got like twice as many, so... Way too much respect given to these SCs. Rip in pieces. And it is going to be a 1-1, so Moose not exactly losing this, but yeah, I think he'll be a little bit mad to lose that second game. Oh well, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.